Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Garden. This is Farmer, we're back in the garden again.
Always.
You know what, our beans are coming up. Now we have a late garden this year because of weather and because we got busy and got around to things a little too late. We're putting some cattle panels up right now. Now we just did some Kentucky Wonder Beans and we got some more that we're gonna put up later. You know what they are?
No.
Heirloom beans.
Oh, good.
Hopefully, talk to Brenda about that in just a little while. But for right now, listen to this. Isn't that beautiful?
No, I'm deaf.
Look, our corn's coming up behind us. Hopefully the Blue Jays won't do what they did last year, which was really mean. 2 weeks ago, we told you about our little experiment involving our buckets and tomatoes. Now, a lot of these ideas I am stealing from our good friend Bobby Joe. By the way, let's talk about the fact that Bobby Joe and Lois are celebrating their 60th anniversary.
Wow.
Congratulations, woo!
Will we make it to 60?
Would have to be like 800 years old to do that. Now we're just putting these cattle panels up so the beans can grow up there and make life easy when we decide to pick them. But I want to talk about our tomatoes, which are thriving. Now I got the bucket idea off of Bobby Joe, but he puts those lower. What I've done, I've taken these buckets and I've drilled a hole right where the roots are on these tomatoes. So even though it's dry out here, it's still damp around the bottom of the bucket. When it rains, it holds water in there.
That's nice.
Look at those. Those were tiny tomatoes
They look
2 weeks
good.
ago. They're huge now. We're feeding them a little poodoo water and they seem to be liking it. They seem to be thriving. You know what? We had a couple of people say, oh my gosh, how are you gonna get the tomatoes out of the holes on the side of your cage? We're not. That was never our concern. That's why I built these really wide. And you tried it and I tried it too. We can reach every square inch of this whole plant. The main reason for this particular grate and this bucket is to keep that stem strong. So they're not gonna go anywhere. They can go this way, they'll support each other as they grow, and this wire and this bucket, we don't have to worry about going through the sides.
Great idea.
We can reach every square inch, and that's why I made it extra wide.
Yeah.
That's about 67, after I measured, about 67, 68 inches. That gives us plenty of room. You can reach all the way to the bottom.
It's still water in the middle.
Still
I like
water
it.
in the middle. And look how that even though the rest of the garden is dry, around the base, we still have dampness. And those, look how deep, dark green those leaves
They
are.
look good.
Those were tiny babies. They're like in the poodoo water.
Yes, they are.
Let's do a couple more panels. I think I got just about enough
Okay.
for our beans so they can climb, so we won't have to bend over as much.
I like that.
I don't like to bend over
I
as
don't
much as I
either.
used to. And you know what? One of our most popular segments in the last little bit has been Mr. John Akers. I wanted a really substantial smokehouse, one of them solid,
Right.
stout, and I wanted it up there by the harvest cabin. Well, the cabin has a little buddy now.
I like it.
Let me tell you what, we're finally done. We're gonna take all these pieces and put them together so you can see how to make your own or have John come do one for you. That was my preference.
Great idea.
Take
Yeah,
me,
I like
it'd
that.
take me 65 years to do it. Let's go visit the smokehouse. Whew, it's hot, let's finish this later. Let's go to the harvest cabin and talk to our new friend Brenda about heirloom seeds.
Sounds good to
And
me.
maybe plant her own.
Okay.